collaborations with many different companies and agencies, Headlines Theatre, the Pacific Cinematheque, and to such diverse projects, to name just a few, as Boom, which was the internationally produced play about landmines, the documentary Bowl of Bones, and to the Arts, Health and Seniors Project. AIDS, education, Aboriginal outreach, and most often and most significantly, youth issues have absorbed her, and the study and practice of how art can educate and be a prime mover in fomenting change. Active in the community, active in the academy. This year's Mayor's Arts Award in Community Arts goes to Dr. Patti Fraser. Please congratulate her and Kim Elegante.
Well, I always wanted to be introduced by Bill Richardson, so it finally happened. I just want to take a moment to say thank you to the jurors, and thank you to Mayor Robertson for this award. It was a huge surprise. I just couldn't believe it when I heard it. And I do have something that I want to read because I think it helps to contextualize the practice of community engaged art. So I'm going to read that I read somewhere that a great city can be measured by how many opportunities all of its citizens have to express themselves, and the degree of intimacy they experience in their engagement with the city and with public life. And I think essentially that is what community engaged practice is. It's a way, it's a language that speaks to all of us on difficult issues and in ways that create meaning in the here and now. So I thank the Mayor's office very much for including us in this fabulous opportunity and celebration of just amazing artists tonight. And in saying that, I want to introduce Kim Villagante. I met Kim a year ago working on a project that was looking at bringing together young artists to respond to the housing crisis in Vancouver. And of course, because they're young artists, they don't just respond to their own story. They create huge and short and amazing philosophical responses to what home means and what it means to not have secure housing. And Kim she had never actually made a film before, but quite clearly was an incredibly gifted artist and stepped in and produced an amazing piece. And after that, I learned that she did all these other things as well. She's a poet, she's a musician, she's an activist, and you're going to hear a lot about Kim and from Kim in the future. So thank you to my family, and thank you also, I just want to acknowledge my longtime partner, Corinne Brown, who I've worked with for the past 10 years, so if she's here, community engaged art is who you share it with, so thank you.
Hello, everyone. I'm so grateful that Patti chose me. I still remember receiving that phone call, hanging up, burying my head in my hands and just crying, because a lot of our energy as artists is usually forgotten that it's recognized, and for that to be recognized by the city is a huge deal. I believe, though oftentimes I forget, I believe that I'm continuing a legacy of artistry that has been present way back when. I owe it to my father, who can't be here in the audience, but my blood goes all the way back to the Philippines. And right now I just want to recognize those that are suffering right now in the Philippines from the typhoon, and also just to acknowledge how art is a huge, it's a tool for survival, and it's been that for me as well over the past few years. So I thank you so much for this opportunity to be given the mic and this award, and I also owe it to the people around me. It's not at all ironic that this is the Community Arts Engagement Award, because it's the community that empowered me a lot over the past few years, and so I owe it to you guys. So thank you so much.
Beautifully spoken. Thank you very much. Patti mentioned housing crisis, and as we know, it can be hard in the city to find affordable housing. And one of the great initiatives, again, Mayor Robertson mentioned this earlier on, that the city sponsors is making artist studios living situations available. There are more, as I gather, coming on stream for a period of years, 3 or 4 years, I think is the term. These are apartments, studio facilities, where the rents are subsidized or where they're made freely available. And the 4 present recipients are theater director Ami Gladstone,